Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the October Kit Club. This is a beautiful holiday-themed kit club. The title of this month's kit club is Glimpses of Christmas. Lots of cards in here can be those from our home to yours as well. And you can definitely mix it with the July Kit Club, which was the Christmas in July Kit Club, along with all sorts of other Spellbinders goodies as well. Very, very comprehensive collection. Again, great job, Josie. 2 thumbs up for a beautiful kit club. Just having lots of fun with it. Some of it has its own self-contained scenes. Really, really pretty kit club. Also, crafters, have you seen the 12 Days of Stitchmas? It just ended this past weekend. I'll link my playlist here if you want to see all the goodies. So the 12 Days of Stitchmas Advent Calendar is still available. So is the 2025 Advent Calendar. Both of them are still available for purchase. Get them before they are gone. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this kit club, which is open to new subscriptions until the 27th of this month. Let's get started. Here are all 10 clubs, and that would be part of the Deluxe Caboodle Club. The Deluxe Caboodle bonus for this month is this die set, which is called Magic for You. This works with the Stitch Die of the Month. I think I'm going to just add this into my packaging for the Stitch Die of the Month. The Wax Seal of the Month is this little beauty right here, Merry and Bright. I don't have a sample for it because somewhere along the line with me cleaning up my craft room, I packed up all my Wax Seal, including the Wax Seal starter kit. I can't find it. It's a really cute 1-inch square that says Merry and Bright. I'll insert a graphic here for the Wax Seal of the Month, which is called Merry and Bright. Instead of getting a bag of Wax Seal beads, you're getting this month, which is called Silver Bullion, and it's a Wax Seal powder. I apologize for that. I was looking at a mountain of boxes and I'm like, okay, I don't know where I put it and I couldn't find it. I think I stored it someplace special when I packed it up. Problem is, I think it was too special. So I can't find anything. For the Glimmer of the Month, this month you're getting polished brass. How pretty is that? Perfect for fall and Christmas crafting. Right now, Spellbinders has their past kit club sale going on, so you can take a look at all the goodies there if you wanted to add some past goodies, maybe some holiday items to this wonderful kit club. I made 8 cards, crafters. So let's start off with my favorite. Small die of the month, large die of the month. The small die of the month is Snow Day Friends. Look at this whole self-contained scene with options. You have 2 adorable kids that are either putting together a tree or they're putting together a snowman. Or you can use the snowman somewhere else by itself, tree by itself, the kids by itself, mix, match, and play right here. So this is a small die of the month operating like a large die of the month. Really, really fun. Lots of bits here. I'll talk about that in a second. And then the large die of the month is this beautiful bay window that looks out another scene. There's a tree that you can put either outside or inside here. There is a child walking by pulling a sled with some gifts, lights, snow on the top, snow on the bottom. Love the grounding. Love the grounding. So you get 2 styles of grounding that you can switch between. They're both 4 1/4 inch wide. And crafters, there are also diagrams for this. So when you go onto the product page for each item, instead of scrolling through all the pictures, I think picture number 2 is the diagram. I take a screenshot and print it out, or I use my phone. In this instance, I use my phone. That's why it's so small. I realized when I take a screenshot on my computer, it comes out bigger. And then I fold it in half and put it in the back of my packaging. But when I use my phone, I pick the page and print it out, and then it becomes smaller. So you have options. Look how cute this is. See the little scene? So it's the 2 kids and the tree, or the 2 kids putting together the snowman. One has their hands up in the air like, yay! There are options here with this bay window, which could also, to me, double as a gazebo. If you take out the curtains, it could be like a gazebo too. The child pulling the sled can be alone on a card. You can use the snow alone. So there's lots of options between both of them. And the large die of the month, I didn't tell you the name. Window Wonderland. Love it. I still think it looks like a gazebo. Let me give you a measurement on that gazebo. 3 1/2 inch by 3 1/2 inch. So it's 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. All these bits layer, and this tells you how to put it together. It also helped me in terms of how to lay it out here on my magnet. Love that. And I also printed out a diagram for the Stitch Die of the Month with Peppermint Prancer. You'll see that in a second. Adorable. First up, here is my A2 card featuring the large die of the month. I adore this card. I did want it to be black and white with a splash of red. And then look on the inside. I did some ink blending for the Christmas tree. I also put some gems. Here I put the lights. You could put the lights on the top. I decided to put the lights down here because I really wanted the tree to be the highlight of this fun card. It does have dimension because I use pop-up glitter foam in white in the back, built my window here, and then put another strip of pop-up glitter foam. There's about 5mm height here. So pretty. So this is popped up off of this is popped up off of these two, etc. And then look at the sentiment. So perfect. In the background, I have black cardstock and I did splatter it. The only dies I did bring on for this are Precision Layering A2 sets A and B. There are 16 dies in each set. Largest die in set A is your A2. 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. What you see here for the card base. I wanted a very clean edge on this card because this is a very pretty card. This is another one of the from our home to yours style card where you could give the whole family. The largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter than an A2, okay? And you go between the two and then you get very thin layers. Put this in your wish list if you don't own it already. Goes on sale from time to time. I use them all the time. I'll just mention the name if I use it in any other cards in here because I think I did, just to do like the edging and such, okay? After I assembled the whole window scene, I wanted a nice sentiment. I came into Home for the Holidays sentiments, press plate and die. Press or glimmer and then die cut out a series of sentiments, 8 sets of them. And here I'm using black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll, glimmered from last year. Thumbs up. So these will last a long time. Just store them in little baggies. I think this style of font, the way it's so elegant, really works with this whole scene. Instead of it being so casual. For the background here, I am using splatter white on the black cardstock. This is Spellbinders Opaque Watercolor. Look at card number 1. You know, I was just so happy when I saw this. It's so pretty. Finished it off with some opal gems. Love, 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 love my little A2 card here with the gazebo window, bay window, etc. Crafters, I'm bringing this card back because I forgot to point out that this little bay window gazebo style can definitely be used all year round. You can have it with the curtain. Without the curtain, then it can be like an outdoor style. So have fun with the large die of the month with this, okay? So super pretty. Love that. Here is card number 2, a complete different take. This is now daytime, and this features 3 clubs. First is the small die of the month. Look at the kids and they come together very easy, especially when you have that diagram. I have this child here and then this child here. For some of the bits on my examples, you are going to see treasured cardstock, okay? For example, with this one, I do have treasured cardstock here in white, which is antique assorted pack. There are 7 styles of treasured cardstock. Treasured cardstock is specialty assorted packs of full-size sheets. There are 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets each. You get glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, which is here, mirror metallic, and pearl. So for the holidays like this, I love to mix these as well. This is white cardstock. I was thinking about using the mirror metallic, but I didn't want this to be shiny, but I could have used it as well. I'll just show you these. This is in the packaging that you get with the full-size sheets. So I just use them as cheat sheets to show you. But that's that little bit right there for the beanies, the hats. This is the tree which comes together. You die cut this. You get all these embossed edges here that give you the puzzle pieces to put in here. And this is actually laid out in the order that you'll put it on here. So if you just run this and keep it together, you just glue them on and fit them in. Very, very easy, very quick. This is the tree bark, and then that's the planter. This is the grounding, which I brought up higher here. Here are the ornaments, and I did red and yellow, and then I also put some crystal mix gems. Everything you see here is color wheel cardstock, mint, the corals, the teals and turquoise like waterfall, seaside, teal topaz. For their shoes in black that you see, that is also coming into treasured cardstock. But I'm coming down here with the brush metallic. I like to bring in these little touches for the holiday. I think that's fun. The only thing that's ink blended is the planter, the bark, and the tree. Up next, the sentiment comes from To You and Yours. This is the clear stamp and die of the month. See, from our family to yours. Love that, To You and Yours. You can get the stamp alone, Or for a few dollars more, you can get the stamp and die. I will link both options below. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. In this instance, when there's so many sentiments like this with all these curves, it suits you to get the coordinating die and to cut out that tree. Isn't that fun? And then in the background, I'm using the 2D embossing folder of the month, which is called Holiday Flurry. Fun, fun, fun. And that's in mint color wheel cardstock. Here I did some ink blending in some Distress Oxide. And again, I brought on splatter white. It's hard to see, but there is splatter here. To separate my scene from the embossing folder, I'm using this foundation die, Mirrored Arch Labels die. Love this one. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. It comes in 15 more times to this little bit. I'm using maybe this one or this one here. And I did cut out this piece here for the snow and fit it in such a way. What I did was take the die cut pieces and place it on here to know which die to use. Like I wanted the tree to be right there and then space for the kids to stand up. So it has like a portrait look, like you're looking at a little scene. This is like layers of foam. You see it? Because I wanted one higher, this one more lower, and having fun, just lots of fun. And wishing you a season full of wonder. Isn't that great? Up next, crafters, here's my second card featuring the small die of the month and also the glimmer of the month. Look at the snowman. So the scene could have been the snowman here with the kids, but I decided to have the snowman by himself, but I did bring the tree. For the snowman body, I came back into the antique assorted pack, brush metallic, and I also used the silver assorted pack, matte metallic, for his trim here. The glimmer of the month is Magic Wonderland hot foil plate. This is a A2. Look how pretty this is. I did glimmer this on Hammer Mill cardstock with Prism hot foil roll, and then I ink blended with a lot of Alter New Fresh Dye ink in blue, buffed it off with my microfiber cloth to then have the sparkle show up again. So pretty. For the snowman, I'm using this North Pole Sentiments. This is from Simon's North Pole Friends collection. I'll link my video here so you can take a look at that. It's a really fun collection. This fits here, so does the hat. And then there's the scarf, which I do have the piece around the neck here, and then the little piece here. You could probably use the gloves. I thought about it for a second, but I decided not to. I could have also brought this snowman here too if I wanted to just have the two snowman, but I wanted him looking at the tree. So you can do white cardstock on the tree. You can do pop-up glitter foam. Pop-up glitter foam you also saw here, okay? How many times have I told you that I love pop-up glitter foam, especially in white, especially for the holidays? From now to the end of the year, you will be seeing it from me time and time again because I can't get enough of it. Down here, though, I took the grounding element and then rounded out with my 9-inch Pro Shears, and I brought on Tim Holtz' new Rock Candy glitter in Chunky. And I just put some lines of glue and then sprinkled it on here. I think it just needed something because this was so stark white. Even though this is white on white with white there, it's not like all one thing. There is depth and layers because I'm using different things. And what really helps me get there is the antique assorted pack, okay? To finish off my card, I did shop my stash more so than just using Simon's fabulous North Pole Friends Sentiments. Love this little set though. Really, really fun. For the foundation die, I'm using another favorite of mine, Perfect Touch Rectangles. Largest die here is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 6 more times to a tag. That's what's out here in the white cardstock, giving that fun stitch detail, giving that little bit of a quilty feel. Second layer though, I did not want to have it. So what I came into is precision layering A2, and I came into die number 2, gave me this layer. And then I just glued this on top of that. For the sentiment, I'm coming into Yana's second series of sentiments with the same style of font. The first one is Home for Christmas Sentiments. This has been going on sale from time to time. And the second set, this is from her new City Holiday collection. I'll link the video here. Larger sets of sentiments. So you see the same style font. This is just a larger series, and I love this sizing here. So this is called Cheer Sentiments Press Plate and Die. Presser Glimmer and then die cut. I love this one too. Having fun with a lot of Yana for all of these beautiful cards, right? Loving, 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 loving. I was smiling the whole time I was making this. Crafters, I realized I didn't give you a measurement on this. For the snowman, you're looking at 2.5 inch tall by 1 3/4 inch wide. For that tree, fully assembled with the planter, 3.5 inch tall The width is roughly under 2¼ okay? Because it goes all the way out here, but I can't tell on either one. For the kids, you're looking at 2 inches tall and roughly 1¼ so they have great sizing. Small enough to be on a tag, but large enough to put on your scrapbook layouts, your mini albums, your journals, anything. Just have fun with this. This could be fun too with the Candy Christmas collection. Okay, crafters, here is card number 4. This one is the Stitch Die of the Month with no stitching. Look at this adorable little reindeer. So super cute. It's called Peppermint Prancer. It's also here on the diagram where you spell out joy. The stitching element is this little circle here for the O in joy. This can fit in here. You can layer it up if you wish. Have fun with this. But what I really used was a reindeer. This little cutie patootie reindeer. The way he looks like a stuffed animal laying over here on the O. I had this idea because I just finished showing you guys the Merry Mischief. I'll link that video here. It's a 2 collection video. I thought about it. I was like, wouldn't this be perfect with this? And that's exactly what I did. So from the Merry Mischief, I showed you this one with Santa, but I'm just letting you know what inspired this because I think he looks so adorable just hanging here. This is a set that you could have Santa, the whole thing by itself, or you could just use a chimney and then put anything up here, just like that cutie patootie. This time I did my roof with anchor and pomegranate color wheel cardstock. Also have some color wheel cardstock here. I think this is an adorable card for my Peppermint Prancer. This is indigo color wheel cardstock here in the background, blended on the edges with black soot distress ink. That's why it's darker around the edges. A true night sky for this one. For the chimney detail, which also includes the little grounding of snow, it is called the Chimney Caper Dies. This is from the Merry Mischief. There is Santa. Look how cute this scene is. So fun. For the lights, I'm using Yuletide Ride. This is from the Wonderland collection. I'll link my video here. So you can mix all these collections together and have fun, even with the Kit Club. All I'm using from here is this, but I could have also used the wreath and all that. I love the little holly and berry with this little cutie patootie too. That's super, super, duper, duper cute. The measurement on him, I'm going to just give you the front because I don't have his whole body assembled. 2¼ by 2¼ For the sentiment, I'm using the Christmas Cheer Sentiments press plate and die. And for the background, I did cut it out with precision layering A2 sets A, largest die. Okay. Now for the snow crafters, you're going to notice a big difference here. I'm still using splatter white for both. It's the same exact thing. 2 different brushes. This brush, the bristles look like this, like a $1 brush. This brush has a very fine point. I forgot the name of the style of brush. I'll put it here on the screen. It's from Altenew and it's I think it's called a round brush or something. You put enough splatter white and then you get it wet with a lot of water and then you splatter, and that's how you get it really fine detail. So even though it's splatter white, it doesn't always have to look like this. It can look like this too. Thumbs up. I love splatter white. So I just wanted to show you that you can play with it different ways. It just depends on the brush you're using. Sometimes I want it like this. Sometimes I like it like that. Crafters, I'm loving all the cards that I made for this kit club. They're all like different stories. Up next, crafters, even the stencil of the month is telling a story. This one is Frosty Wishes. It's a 5-count stencil. Look at this cutie patootie all blended out with Altenew Fresh Dye ink. Very, very easy blending. You start off with number 1, which gives you the outside. This part you don't blend on. Just layer it up. There is registration marks on it. It is numbered here and on the left side in the bottom. Just look at the orientation and then ink blend away. Super duper fun. Look how cute this is. So after I layered up all the bits, he needed something up here in his hat. So I shot my stash for an oldie, but definitely a goodie. This is Christmas Wonder Dies. This comes from the Envelope of Wonder collection. Fabulous collection. Goes on super sale too from time to time. So you can put this one in your wish list. There's lots of fun bits in here. Here I'm using the poinsettia and holly leaves here and then the little berries right here. I could have also used this bit too. This is with brush gold cardstock, okay? And then for my 2 layers here, I'm coming into precision layering, A2 sets A and B. So now you're seeing the largest die in set A and the largest die in set B. So you see the thin layers that you get? This is 1/8 of an inch, which really is 1/16 of an inch on each side. Thumbs up. I just wanted a little layer of white here for the snowman. Instead of having him come all the way out to the A2, I just wanted to frame him a little bit. So this is a stencil of the month, Frosty Wishes. Crafters, here's another card featuring the clear stamp and die of the month, to you and yours. This time I just stamped out a very Merry Christmas to you, and then I just did some green ink blending in here. This is on white cardstock, so this is a very clean card. I did finish off in here with some red gems. Here I tied some red and white twine, and then look at the layers. Again, this is precision layering. This is popped up off of this, and then I tied the twine around. This is a nice, quick, clean card. I used my Misty to stamp this out. I could have used a coordinating die, but I decided to keep it flat because I knew I was going to do this type of styling, which gives a nice framed look. So this is a quick card to make, but still has layer and dimension. Fun. Up next, crafters, look at this beauty. This one features the 3D embossing folder of the month, Brick by Brick. I was going to use it with the small die and large die. I decided I wanted a plain or a flat background with those. So I cut this out by itself with Fog color wheel cardstock, which is the light gray cardstock. Isn't that beautiful? And then I wanted it to be a 5x7. I was going to bring it down to an A2, but I have not been doing a lot of 5x7s and I missed my 5x7, so I made it a 5x7 card. So Brick by Brick is 5.5-inch wide, 8.5-inch tall. You would use universal plate system for this one. Love this. This is a nice staple to have in your stash, and you can only get it Kit Club. If you can't get it now, you can put it in your wish list and then wait until it gets into the past Kit Club. But this is a nice foundation embossing folder to have in your stash because you can use this for a lot of things. You can use this for a lot of masculine cards too. Oh, fun. I was tempted to do it in black, but then I said, no, let me see the detail. Finished this card now. I was like, what die am I going to use? I have so much real estate. Come into a favorite of mine for the holidays. I love Christmas Bird Poinsettia. This one has been going on super sale from time to time. You can do the card like this with the bird, the candy cane. All I used was the poinsettia and then the greenery. Love this large poinsettia. For the poinsettia, you do have to cut this twice, but very easy to come together. Here's the holly, there's the pine, there's a little leaf here. For the greenery, I am using Altenew cardstock, and then there's the little berries in the center. I did a cluster here, a cluster here, and a cluster here. Then I needed a sentiment. And of course, I had to come back into Yana again because it needed just a little elegant touch. I used her Home for the Holidays Christmas Sentiments press plate and die, sending you Christmas cheer right here. I did lay it out and then left the space open. I was going to use something larger, but it was matching this sizing too much. It was like matchy. So then I said, let me use something a little bit more delicate. And this is Glimmered Black Cardstock Matte Silver Hot Foil Roll. Love, 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 love. So you can even just use one piece out of this club and still create something gorgeous. Or mix the clubs together and have fun as well. Love that. This is also really nice to decorate on tags, on your gift bags, larger things because it does have a larger sizing. It comes out to 2 inches, okay? Really, really pretty Christmas bird, and you can put together the bird too. And I did finish it off with some gold gems, the crystal part here, okay? And lastly, crafters, here is the Better Press of the Month, made with Snowflakes press plate. Look how pretty this is. This is glimmered on black cardstock with opaque white hot foil roll. I wanted to have that black and white graffiti look because this does have a graffiti print to it. This could work on a masculine card. You could put a gray background here and gray here too. This was supposed to be the card that I was going to use with the wax seal. So let me tell you what I did. I glimmered this first. Took these 2 standalone wax seal dies, glued them on. Getting ready now to go do the wax seal. Can't find my wax seal kit, nor my wax seal beads. I don't know where I packed them up. But I had to then improvise and finish the card because I love this background so much. This is so fun. This is fun for youthful cards, those young at heart. I could have also brought the snowman in here too. For these 2, I'm coming into 2 standalone dies. Sealed Holiday Squiggle, which has a bow, a star, and then that beautiful snowflake. And then sealed squiggles. And I used this one here. And this is the first time I'm playing with, but I've had it for a while now, the Aquamarine Assorted Pack. So this is treasured cardstock as well. I'm using here Pearl Metallic, Out here, I decided to dial up the card by using the glitter metallic. I think it's gorgeous. I'm also using precision layering, and I believe I'm only using set A because I can tell by the distance here that I'm using these two. This is Malibu color wheel cardstock, which works perfectly with this aquamarine set. Oceanside color wheel cardstock will work with this too. Very, very pretty. And so will Seaside. For the sentiment, which would have been Merry and Bright right there, here I'm using Sending Frosty Wishes. It's from the same Better Press of the Month. It does have 3 sentiments. To cut out the sentiment and fit it right here, I'm using the Fancy Sentiment Strips, Better Press Plate and Die. This is a whole series of sentiments. You can press or glimmer and then die cut once. I just put this on a little strip here and then cut it out. And then I cut one end off because I needed it not to be pointed out that way, because I had everything over to this side. Okay, crafters, that is it. Look at all 8 cards. Some are the nighttime scene, some are daytime scene, some are just with florals. You can mix, match, and play within this comprehensive, fabulous holiday set. Great job again, Josie. Lots of fun and play and holiday cards that you can make. Alrighty, crafters, I will detail and link everything below. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends.